Heard you wanna get down. Heard you been asking about me to everybody else. Now it's nobody else, nobody else. Makes me so crazy. You're the one true prize. Apple of my eye. Know you're looking for somebody who's your type. I got it, I got it, I got you. I got you.
Hi Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be your May 2021 General Mini Cross reading. I have with me today the Radiant White deck. We will be clarifying with Levita Sibila, and you will get an opportunity to wrap the reading up with the Golden Nostradamus card. I have already done some shuffling and meditation on your signs, so let me turn the camera around and we will get started. I'm hoping that you're going to be able to see the cards here. I think you should be able to. There we go. So, I hope everyone is well. We are nearing, I can't believe it already, the 5th month of 2021. Before you know it, we're going to be halfway through the year. Some great, what do you call it, astrological transits are coming up. If you haven't had a chance to get over to Meetup, for Jessica Adams' group. It is called Tarot and Astrology in America. It is a free group, and she has free events throughout the entire year where she and several other astrologers will be answering questions and speaking to you about the transits, what area of life may be affected, and then I will be doing one card pulls, tarot card pulls to any of your questions that you have. If you are a member of Jessica's website, you're going to get an opportunity to join in as well on the free Zoom after event, which runs about an hour, and it's a bit more personal information. And so again, if you have not gotten over to Jessica's website and you haven't signed up for this free group, you can simply go to my website. You can see the address there in the bottom left-hand corner. When you get there, look for live events on the main menu, and that is the whole list of everything that's set up for all of 2021. And additionally, this is your reading is general. The messages will not resonate with everyone. That requires a personal reading. And so if you'd like to gain more insight into your situation, again, you can go to my website, look for tarot consultations on the main menu, hover your mouse over that, and it will pull down all of the reading packages that I offer. So with that being said, let's go ahead and do another shuffle, a bit more of a shuffle, and one more rifle on the cards, and then we will lay them. Okay? All right, here we go. The Queen of Swords right in the center. Okay, this is where we are now. What is the foundation, or what we know to be true? We have the Ace of Swords. Wow. The energy of the near and or distant past. The Seven of Cups. Wow, that's interesting. The unknown factor. The Three of Cups. And then the energy of the near to distant future. It is the Four of Cups. Well, well, well. Isn't that something? I don't know what's happening outside, but they like just started. What is over the whole reading? It is the Wheel of Fortune. So, the Wheel of Fortune is really this whole, I guess if I had to pick one keyword, it would be rotation, or circular, or turning, or wheeling. along with the 4 nodes or the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac. We will be moving into Taurus. The north and south nodes will be moving into Taurus and Scorpio, and I'm not sure if it's the north node in Scorpio or the south node. I'm not exactly sure. This will be starting next year, well, at the end of this year. And basically the Wheel of Fortune just says that it's going to be a major change coming for you. Now, there is no timing in the tarot. Things happen at their own divine right time, but definitely it speaks to a change in life, a new direction, okay? Even though this is a Capricorn reading, so this will apply whether you are same-sex, heterosexual. It will apply whether you are male or female or whatever gender that you identify with. Even though this is a Capricorn sun reading, we can all embody the different qualities or the different elements of every suit. In other words, I'm a Virgo sun, but I can maybe show up like a Queen of Wands. It just depends on what's happening for me at this particular point in my life. So we have this Queen of Swords. She typically represents an air sign. So if this is not you, it's maybe somebody who is a friend or someone who's important in your life. She typically represents the sign of Libra, okay, which is about justice and fairness. She's ruled by Venus. But also, she can also be a Gemini, you know, or an Aquarius. It just depends. As a profession, she would be a soldier, a police officer, or someone who has to do with law enforcement. She could be a doctor, a dentist, a surgeon, a chef, anywhere where sharp tools are used to do her job, or where there is keen intellect. So this could be, she could be a writer, an editor, she could be a counselor, a lawyer, even a judge. I've seen her sometimes show up as a judge. And so this is where, you know, applies to all of the things for this Queen of Swords, both in terms of her zodiac sign and the possibilities of her profession. Now, traditionally in the tarot, she's known as the divorcee card. So maybe this is you and your divorcee. Okay. What I find interesting is that there has been there's a new opportunity having been put to you. This Ace of Swords. In fact, it is the same sword that she is holding. She too is holding the Ace of Swords. We see the crown encircling the sword, along with the I think those are olive and laurel wreaths. I'm not exactly sure. Traditionally, this was looked at as a proposal or a formal proposal. Now, in terms of a proposal, this could be in the field of romance. It could be, you know, a business deal. It could be a familial thing. That could be anything, this proposal. I also get the sense, because these are swords here, that this may be some type of contractual issue going back to the sign of Libra. The house of partnership, the 7th house of the zodiac, and these, it's known as I call it the house of contracts or the house of legalities, because this is where you join up with folks and you sign paperwork to make everything legal. So I do get the sense in some respect that this might be some type of proposal put to you. There was some confusion about this in the past. What do? I have so many choices, I don't know what to do. I don't know what's the most important thing. And I find that to be a rather odd energy for this Queen of Swords, because she's pretty direct and forthright and kind of knows, you know, exactly what she wants. But then we all have moments in our life where we're really confused and we don't know what we want. The 7 is a card of reflection. It is also a card, the number of isolation and self-doubt. Doesn't mean that you know, are stupid or you're dumb. It just means that you've gotten to a point about something that you're kind of questioning, you know, yourself or the circumstances that you may find yourself in. However, what I do like to look at with the 7 of Swords is this idea that, you know, if you can identify the most important thing out of these 7 choices, right, then, you know, once you can identify that and work on that, then you can work on, you can absolutely have everything that you want, so to speak. But then it's this weird energy, because if I subtract the 3 of Cups here in the unknown factor from the 7, that gives me the 4 of Cups, right? If I add the 4 and the 3, that gives me 7 Cups. So that's why I say it's this circular kind of a thing. So we start out with this confusion surrounding this proposal, whatever, this contract. We're celebrating it, right? We get together with our friends, and this is really what the 3 of Cups represents. It represents some type of celebration. I've seen this card show up when it is about graduations. It is about marriage proposals. It is about baby showers. Anything where you're going to have 2 or more women getting together, it could be a bridal shower, and celebrating. I've also seen this card show up in terms of work, when you've gotten a brand new job or brand new promotion. It's something to celebrate. The thing about 3s is that 3s can sometimes indicate that there is a suspended time frame, because there's something else that needs to be done. And we see that coming up here with the 4. Okay, there's our 3 cups. We're through partying, right? Okay, whatever these 3 cups represent, I feel at the moment that this is enough for me, right? But then there's something, a 4th thing that's being put to you. Now, 4s represent stable foundations. They represent, what do you call it? A safe and secure time period. But sometimes it can also indicate boredom and stagnation. Now, I will tell you, and I'm just going to throw this out here, this could be someone who's dealing with a substance abuse problem. That's what the confusion is. They're always out partying, and now maybe you realize, that's not what you should be doing. You go someplace and somebody offers you something to drink, right? And not necessarily that you may be bored with it. This could be a temptation kind of a thing. But typically, for me, the 4 of Swords is, these cups represent simply your the emotional quotient surrounding this, how you feel about it, and we go from this confusion to this elation to this boredom. Sometimes this 4 of Cups can be the idea that what is being offered to you is not exciting enough, or it's not emotionally fulfilling enough. But I always caution with that card to be careful that you are dismissing an opportunity out of hand. Just because it doesn't look like something interesting and exciting doesn't mean it does not hold emotional value. So this is, to me, the 4 of Cups is the idea about sitting down and contemplating all of the things you need to contemplate about whatever this offer is. And so, as I say, it appears to me to be something circular, like you've been going back and forth with this. There's this cycle of confusion, and then elation, and then I don't know. And so I can't look at, there are no major arcanas in this actual spread. We are looking at, and if I had to take a guess, I would say that what the Wheel of Fortune is saying is that you're going to get through this cycle, and you're going to be able to most indefinitely, indeed, maybe you yourself are offering somebody something and they're not taking it. You know what I mean? And so that's going to come to an end eventually. So since I can't look at this Queen of Swords, because she really is representative of either a person, or let's say a job position or a situational position, I can only look at the Ace of Swords, these 4 cards that surround her. And I also find that to be interesting, is that she's smack in the center, and all of this stuff is going on around her. So let me grab, and I'm going to check to see if these cards, these pip cards, have any meaning as they relate to the overall energy of the spread. Otherwise, there's nothing else I can look at. So all cups, we will start with the 7 in the back, and then work our way around, and then I'll move to the Ace of Swords. So we start with the 7. And let's see, I don't know who that is out there, but they really picked a horrible time to come do something. The 7 of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune is telling you to seek out the right advice, before making important decisions and moving ahead with your plan. So this could be you trying to make that determination, or it could be saying that there's somebody in your life like this, or someone around you, and perhaps a group of friends that can give you some advice that might be helpful to you. It says there may be some aspects you have missed. With the right guidance and advice, you will prosper in your endeavor. It asks you, the Seven of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune, is asking you to seek the right advice before moving ahead. Okay? Now, we move to the 3. This doesn't appear to me to be, it just seems to be a momentary, I don't know, what's the word? Doubt or question. You know, I'm not sure if I should do that. Nothing about the 3 of Cups. So we move to the 4 now. With the Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. It tells of a new direction and new interest coming about, usually within a fortnight. Fortnight is an old British term, and it means 14 days. All right, so in other words, 2 weeks. Within a fortnight. It asks you to become fully involved, as this will lead to a beneficial outcome for all concerned. It tells of a new interest coming up over the next 14-day cycle and implies that involvement is imperative. So you're going to have to be on your P's and Q's. You're going to have to be sharp. So if you've been drinking or whatever the case may be, you might want to, or any type of substance abuse, even if it's some kind of fantasy relationship, you might want to get your head clear, because there's a change coming up for you that's going to appear to be very, very important. Let's look at this Ace of Swords here. The key words for this card are justice, authority, clarity, clear thinking, triumph, conquest, forceful emotions, success, effort, victory, new beginnings, and strength in spite of adversity. And oddly enough, it rules the sign of Capricorn, and the planets are Mercury and Saturn. And let's see if this can tell us anything. The Ace of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune depicts a feeling of hopelessness. It implies that you may be stuck in a situation that you are not happy with. That's where I'm picking up this cycle of confusion, elation, and I really don't know about this. Okay, the message is, it says, it depicts a feeling of hopelessness and implies that you may be stuck in a situation you are not happy with. The message is to focus on your goals with positive intentions and do not be distracted by other options or possibilities. It is an indication that you may need to start over and not be distracted by other possibilities, so that you do not feel as though you are stuck at a dead end. Wow, that's incredible. That really is incredible. So my question would become that I got all of that information out of those cards without any majors being in the actual spread itself. So my question is really, what is it about this that you know to be true? This Ace of Swords. Right? Because the swords simply represent thoughts, perceptions, beliefs, ideals, and communications. And I find it, as I said, I find it kind of odd that she is kind of caged in, because to me this implies that you know the truth and you are the arbiter of your own truth, right? You are wielding that sword of truth and clarity and clear thinking, and all you have to do is use it to cut through all of these cups, these things happening, right? So we know that to be true. But I still want to take a look at this Ace of Swords to discover why it is that you are having difficulty with that. The feeling of the Queen in the center is almost like you want to break free, right? But there's something holding you back. So what is the truth of this? Again, we have the Alegría, which is almost like the Three of Cups. Okay. I'm sorry, the Allegrezza al Cuore, not the Alegría, the Allegrezza al Cuore. the Militare, and the Ammalato. You know, that's quite an interesting thing, because the Allegrezza al Cuore speaks to happiness of the heart. And the image depicted on the card is a wedding celebration. This is the bride, this is her brother, they are related. You know this due to the colors. She's got on a green top, he's got on green pants, he's got on a red top, she's got on a red skirt. And this is the groom. So what I feel, the Allegrezza al Cuore, and it is another cup card, in fact it's a 5 of cups, says is, one second, is that the card represents the arrival of good news, fulfillment, recognition of happy times, free of worry, celebration, and of support by someone close in a very short period of time. It can also indicate marriage, achievement, passionate love, engagement, and a positive family event, i.e. christening, graduation, and or birth. It says that if personal relationships were troubled, it heralds reconciliation. It represents requited love and or a period of emotional stability. It indicates the presence of loyalty and the ability to make a commitment in more than one area, so this does include business. It foretells the answer to a prayer, a fulfilled hope, and a period of happiness ahead. It guarantees success and realization. In business, it represents a good investment, achievement, good contracts, and financial stability. But here we have the Militare, which is another swords card. It is actually the Knight of Spades. And this is an interesting card because it kind of reads like it is a reversal. That is the energy coming off this card. Let me that doesn't quite fit it. So there's something in the positive that I can give to you. Basically, the card represents authority, organization, and power. It also indicates having inner strength that will help you pull through. Now, it can indicate a, what do you call it, a hostile environment. So this would even include working in a place that's horrible to work in. In love, it represents someone who has trust issues, who is always afraid that their partner is cheating on them and consequently makes their life difficult by spying on their every move. It will often mean a partner who is unfaithful. In a relationship, it suggests selfishness and or abuse. It can also indicate carnal attraction, someone simply being with you for sex. In financial matters, it can herald a struggle and legal troubles of some kind in which the state will become involved. The negative meanings associated with this card are struggle, opposition, ruthlessness, and war. It indicates that you will meet a lot of struggle before your goals can be achieved. It also means that someone will give you a lot of grief and oppose your efforts to succeed. So much inner strength and determination are needed to succeed and win the war with a fierce opponent. This card acts as a warning of possible violence, usurpation, brutality, abuse of power, and of being taken advantage of by unscrupulous people. Here, I know what it means now, with the Ammalato, which is the 4 of Swords. This is a focus on health. It's pretty much the same meaning as the regular 4 of Swords. You know, it's about when you're stressed out and people are not treating you fairly, or there's some, you know, some confusion, there's some mental upheaval and emotional upheaval. It wreaks havoc on you, right? And your health. And here's what I'm getting from this particular card. This is someone that you are dealing with. Even though the cards don't give me an indication, it could be a younger air sign male, someone who is associated with the military or the law enforcement. Again, that comes through. But here is the meaning of the Amalato, because it puts the focus on health and well-being. Okay? In a broader sense, it foretells periods in which you will be forced to interrupt your daily routine and visit places you would rather not go. It heralds a period of hardship and difficulty, resulting in subsequent dejection, demotivation, apathy, and depression. It can also be, you can look at it like an interruption and stagnation and a temporary block which causes you nuisance and inner unrest. Metaphorically, it represents any situation that is sick. This can be an unhealthy relationship, a personal flaw that needs healing, or a situation that is rife with pain, personal affront, and or corruption. It can also indicate a pathological relationship with another or something that has been spoiled, because it comes with the connotation of something that is tainted and unclean. The card indicates the need to do some soul searching and to deepen one's connection with spirit. But the card also acts like a warning, because it can indicate a ticking bomb, the calm before the storm, or a situation that seems still and okay, but that eventually will erupt and backfire, causing great damage. It warns you of people or situations that can lull you into a false sense of security, and it indicates people who are making you ill. So the question becomes, if you find yourself in a situation like this, why do you not use the sword of truth to cut through, right? Only you can do that. So here we go. Oh, that card just fell out. Number 6, the ring. Now, I don't know if this is actually a marriage proposal, but now you're having second thoughts. You know, rather doubt and second thought and not following through than going through with it, because once I get the sense that once you go through with it, it is going to be a difficult thing to extricate yourself from. Where there is no love, there is no life. Never a joy, only struggles and strife. A happy event is coming. For example, an engagement, a wedding, or an alliance. And this card may also announce family reunions or meeting with friends, their joy in sharing with someone. Well, I don't know about that. Okay? And so that's what I have for you, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for May 20, what year is it? 2021. And so, you know, until next time, stay safe and namaste.